Welcome to the 6th Africa Logistics Conference under the working title Humanitarian Logistics and the Sustainable Development Goals 2030.
My name is Cormac O'Sullivan. I'm the Regional Director for HELP Logistics Limited in East Africa, which is a program of the Kuna Foundation. So we're one of the co-facilitators of this conference, which is being facilitated by us, by WFP, by the IFRC, by the Interagency Working Group, the Humanitarian Logistics Association and the University of Nairobi. And the conference is all about looking at humanitarian logistics now and in the next decade to see where we'll be by 2030. So we're focusing on some questions that have come out of an analysis of the Sustainable Development Goals, where we're trying to imagine what technology will look like by the time we get to 2030, what the different roles of the various players in the humanitarian sector will look like, what integration is going to look like, and what are the kind of ethical standards or the sustainable issues that we're going to be facing. The questions will be answered by a series of expert panelists, expert speakers, and then they'll also be responded to by the audience.
Forgive me if I'm placing some issues which are not 100% following your tradition and thinking. Forgive me if I'm maybe wrong, but take it as a challenge, like I do it. We must overcome the distinguishment of commercial logistics and humanitarian logistics. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the part of the welcome to this 6th African Logistic Conference. And I, on my side, want to thank the organizers and the hosts as well, especially from the World Food Programme, UNICEF, and with a special personal mention to the HELP Logistics and Sean, who was introduced earlier on already.
So today we have up to 180 people coming from a wide variety of organizations. So we have people coming from the UN, from a number of agencies. We have people from, 40 to 50 people from INGOs. We have a lot of representation from universities in the region and from abroad. We also have people from the commercial sector and other organizations that represent the thought space around humanitarian logistics. So we have a very representative set of voices, which we think will give us a really good insight into what people are thinking about how humanitarian logistics in this region will develop over the next decade.
This conference will facilitate the sharing of opportunities, ideas and solutions to foster collaboration and partnership in order to meet the complex humanitarian challenges.
The point of this conference is, of course, to give experts the opportunity to say what they think is going to happen, but we're also very curious to hear what the different delegates and representatives also believe is going to happen, because these are oftentimes the guys who are on the ground, who are doing the actual work. So all of these stations represent different groups. So the whole bunch of participants will be divided into those different groups and will be set up at different stations to talk through some of the issues and the questions that are being investigated in the conference today.
HELP Logistics is a very proud partner and sponsor of the Africa Logistic Conference since 2011. This is a key networking event for us in the East Africa region. It reinforces our presence through the new establishment of the HELP Logistic Office in Nairobi in 2016. It brings our current partners, commercial sector, academia together to think innovatively about supply chain solutions to help meet the Sustainable Development Goals of 2030.
It's my first time I've been to this conference. I'm really enjoying it. It's a great mix of the various stakeholders, the NGOs, the companies, the academics as well. It's a nice mix of presentations. So I think it's achieving what we hope, which is networking people within this very important area of humanitarian logistics.
It's a very interesting moment, and this is a call to all humanitarian organizations and all the other stakeholders, the suppliers from the private sector, the whole community that is involved in ensuring that our systems are run properly, it's a call for us to work together. And I think the discussions today in this conference have captured the mood, or rather the directions in which we really need to, to move on, to really work together. And I'm very excited.